to the Card and Comic Show. Welcome back to Cards and Comics. Today I have a small update on my King Griffey Jr. collection. Now this year I have been adding a lot more pieces to this collection. I've kind of morphed into the super collecting world where I'm trying to get everything from refractors to the 90s autographs. So I am trying to get some things completed, collected. But this box, and I have my Griffey collection 3 years ago maybe, was one box of cards. Now it's 3, and I'm getting ready to start my 4th. That's how much it's really grown and gotten out of hand. But this is my box of ungraded Griffey cards, and I have been going through a lot of my cards and getting them graded. That ones that deserve it, like, I got some cards here, like the cut above. This card came back at PSA 9. And I actually have a second one at PSA right now getting graded. So that's an example of a card I had in my collection a long time, along with this card here. The Fleur Brilliance Gold. Griffey. Number 99. So it was in my collection a long time, and I finally decided to get it graded. And so I am grading more cards like that. And so here is kind of just a peek under the hood of what I have left ungraded that has been kicking around for a while. So we'll just go through these. And again, one thing I have not done in my Griffey collecting is create the penultimate or ultimate checklist of what I have and what I don't have. And I will do that. That will be another video. But I want to start with, first getting things graded. And then once that was out of the way, then I would document. So we'll just start going through these. And when I first started collecting these cards, I had some idea of what I wanted to do with these cards. I had a plan, how to collect them, store them. Again, here's the Shining Star Pulsar. I've showed it off a few times, but here it is in the new holder, and it looks amazing. So this is a card that may or may not get graded one day. It's got a ding corner. So this card could be a 6 or 7, honestly. Hopefully it's a 7, but you never know. So we'll go through here. Here's a Stadium Stars Griffey. And I'll zoom in a little bit. Maybe it'll get a little less glary. Stadium Stars King Griffey Jr. Pretty tough. I think these are like 1 a box or something like that. Out of Finest, I believe. Yeah, Finest. So I like this set a lot. They didn't have a refractor version. So the thing that was really weird about Topps during this time period was they would do these insert sets, and then sometimes they'd have a refractor version, like, I don't know, like the Fortune 15 or trying to think of some of the other ones. Gosh, my mind's going blank here. But, like that was one of them. And they'd have both versions. So you could have the regular version or the man, right? The man cards, right? They came in both regular and refractors. But then for some sets, they didn't do that. And then this is one of them. And so you just had the base version and it's the back of it. So odd, but I love that card. It's not worth a ton. Here is a Bowman's Best Cut Atomic Refractor. I love this year. I think it's 97. You can see the actual holes in the card. So it's the Atomic, and you can see it because it should say somewhere on the card. Yeah, right there. Atomic Refractor. Yeah. So love that card. And again, that's a card I would definitely love to get graded one day. Okay, here is a artist proof. I believe this is You look at these, some of these are hard to see if they're artist proofs or just museum collections, but it's a really nice card. So again, this is definitely one I would want to get graded. This one, it has a little bit of a bend down here in this corner. It's hard to see in the light. You can kind of see it right there. So that will probably mean I will never get that card graded. It looks like it was like caught in something right there. See how it's crimped? So unfortunately, I got to get another one of these copies because this one will never grade high. It's definitely a damaged card. And that's what happens sometimes. I've gone through these cards. I've had some of them for years and years. And, you know, I've gone back now as I'm trying to grade them and find out some of them do have card condition issues. Here is a refractor. I'm trying to see what year this is. It's like 2005. This one is numbered out of 399. So I think it's the black refractor out of Finest. And weirdly, I usually keep my refractors in another box, but I have multiple copies of this, so it's kind of migrated to the maybe get graded box, my ungraded box. Here's a card that should get graded one of these days. I just got to really look at the condition, but it's the 94 Flair Hot Glove. Obviously, this is a really iconic Griffey insert, so that's definitely on the list to get graded. I've had it a long time, so it's one of those first ones you try to get. Clout 9 Artist Proof. Here we go, guys. This is one of the nicest looking cards I think, made. Unfortunately, this card does have some condition issues. When I looked at it earlier to get on the list to get graded, it definitely has, I think, some corner wear. So I will, right up there in the top right. So I will not get this card graded, but it's just a cool card, and it's, I'd like to pick this card up eventually in a PS 8 or 9, because I think it's such a beautiful card. But it's one of those, like, when you see it in person and you see that pattern, it's just an awesome card. Let's see what we got here. Oh, retro, gold, number to 250. And again, I looked this card. There's nothing really wrong with this card. It's just number to 250, so it didn't make the cut for my first time around when I was going through, or the second time around. I'm on my third cut. We go number to 250. I'm on like the third round of Griffey cards to get graded, so it's probably going to make the cut at some point. But it's from, like, I think 99 or 98 Flair Retro. It's definitely it's 99 Flair Retro. I mean, it's a base card, or it's a parallel, but it's number 250. This one's gone up quite a bit, so this definitely should go on my list to get graded. It's not the refractor, but it's the regular man card, and this card's bringing, I've seen it bring like a couple $100, number to 500. So the refractor version of this card has gotten so crazy that people are just wanting to get the base card now. And that's not, I don't think, a crazy idea to get just the regular card. Because they're numbered to 500, not like they're thousands of these cards made. But this is definitely would be in the list of probably very next round to get graded. So that definitely would make the list. This one definitely is a cool one too. So here is a 2000 or 97 Flair Tiffany. So you can see that right there. And it says on the card itself, it's nothing. It just says All-Star. It's hard to see a little bit in that foil. But this is the Tiffany version, and they were pretty rare. I think you got maybe like one Tiffany a box or something like that. So pretty tough parallel. Not a lot of people know about or care as much about this one as some of the other parallels in the 90s. But this set is really condition sensitive. Of these full bleed, borderless cards are chipped very easily. So that card I got to go over a little bit more, but would definitely be, again, in that next tier to get graded. Here's some really cool cards. I think I got both of them right here. Yeah. So I've talked about these on my channel before. And this is kind of one of those, like, unknown variations that kind of exist out there. So this is 97 Flair EX 2000, or Skybox EX 2000. I always get. But this is the Hall or Nothing. Sorry, Hall or Nothing. And you got the regular version, which is this bronze, and then you got the gold version, which, there's a lot of thoughts on why there's two colors, because it's not a listed parallel. There's no odds on this. No one knows, what was going on. The common thought here is that they just ran out of the bronze foil and just switched to gold in the middle of the run. And so there isn't an idea of like rarity. I mean, the general consensus is the gold is rarer than the bronze, but there isn't like a factor of like 2, 4, 5, 10, 10x. But I've got both versions, and again, they definitely probably need to be graded at some point. They're really cool inserts. Next up, Big Boppers. This is a number to 500 card. It's just a base card, or just a insert card from Upper Deck Retro. I like it. It's numbered, again, out of 500, so it didn't make the first cut. Here is another. I always like these SPX cards. I think they're always really cool. They're embossed. They got very shininess going on. But it's numbered out 2,250, so it's not going to be high on this list of cards to get graded anytime soon. Fleer Lumber Company. Again, I like the die cut. But it's not, it's a rare card. I think these were like the second or third hardest, maybe like a 1 in 140 type insert. So not super easy, but, not something that's worth a ton. So I'm not going to worry about getting that graded. I think this is 2001 Finest All-Star Refractor Griffey. So it's in that list of cool refractors, but not worth a ton. Now, I've seen people list this card for a lot of money. This, I want to say it's a, 99 Finest, Hank Aaron Award winner, or, Hank Aaron Award Contenders card. I've seen the PSA 10 sell pretty well, so it might be worth getting graded, but it's definitely in a 9 and an 8, not worth a ton. But it's double-sided refractor, so it's still a cool looking card. I had one card fall down here. Oh, here's my extra. So I have this card in a PSA 9. Here is the first one. I had one of these molten metal fusions, and you can see why this one's not getting graded, because it's got that little corner thing, that line right there. But this was the first one I owned, and so it's still a cool card, and I'm going to keep it. But it's got condition issues on the back as well. Actually, that's part of the holder, so that's not great that the holder has that little bit of plastic on it. See that? It's odd. Anyway, there you go. That's a cool card, though. I think most people recognize that is a cool card. It's not numbered or anything, but it's just a cool card. All right, 95 Finest Refractor. Again, this one's way off center. So this is my first one. I got my PSA 8 or 9 this year. I think it's a 9. I think I got a 9 this year. So it replaced this one. So now this is in kind of the doubles pile. Team Pinnacle Griffey. Again, it's got, Ellis Burks on the back. And it's so funny they didn't do the double-sided Dufex thing. Maybe they can't. Maybe the cards don't allow themselves to be double-sided, but that Griffey looks so cool. It would have been cool if both players had that. So it's not worth a ton, but I love the card, so it's one of my favorite Dufex cards. I bought this in one of those giant mega holders a couple years ago. This is the Gold Studio Proof. I don't know what these were stated. I think these were like either 200 or something. I think a stated print run of these. They're not numbered. That really hurts the value. It's a cool card. It's got, I don't think it's got a ton of issues with the card. I've looked at it a few times, but it's not made the list yet. So, but it's a very, very cool card. So, I always like those press proofs. Ooh, moving on. Pretty cool card. Diamond Soul from Metal Universe. Love that card. I've had this card multiple times. It's almost like a Sports Flicks card. It changes in the light like a Sports Flick card does. It's not all the way like the image of Griffey doesn't change, just the background. You can see it there. Really cool card. Diamond Soul. That's a really cool insert. And again, love to get that graded. Here's a Ticket Studs. I actually just bought my second copy. You can see it's got that cool looking fold. The card itself folds out. It folds out into the full size ticket. So you could say that this card is a little bit harder to get because of the fact that it can be, people will may have one time unfolded it, which, would damage the card. But they were pretty tough. I think they were definitely a 1 in like 140 or 288 type insert. So here is production line. So I think this is, numbered out 1028. So there are some rarer ones out there. I think they're green, red, and blue is the color patterns here. This is the blue. It's a beautiful card, even out of 1,000. It's a cool looking card. And again, that's why it hasn't made the list yet. Here we go. Topps Heritage Chrome Refractor Griffey. Again, these would be numbered out of 200 and, sorry, what's this one? 555. Because it's the 55 top set. That's what it's mimicking. So not a hugely rare card, but still a cool card. Here we go. This is, what is this card? Ringleader. Yeah, that card, like, it's pretty bad. It's pretty badass card. I don't, again, some of these cards, the reason why I haven't got them graded is just because, again, I was really focusing on the stuff that was numbered or, let's say more expensive, but that's just such a cool card. Love that card. Ringleaders. Passport. So this is interesting. I pulled this out of a pack. So if you go to my Pinnacle 97 Pinnacle box break, I actually pulled this card out of a pack. So I'm not going to open it because, again, you'll crease the card and stuff if you actually open it up inside so you can see the Griffey photo. But this is a Griffey passport. Actually does say it wrong front there. So kind of a cool card. Okay, here is a Zenith. Now let's see what year this is. Let's see, this is 1996 Zenith artist proof. So again, I like artist proofs. There's the 96 Zenith. I mean, it's pretty basic, no defects. It's just a regular artist proof card. Donruss Elite. So here's a Generations die cut. So I always like the die cuts. And again, they didn't number these, but it says 1 of 750. So this is 1 out of 750 die cut. I believe this is 98 Donruss Elite. And then here is the fantasy team. Yeah, so these are numbered out of 2000. So really cool. They just did they're die cut, foily, shiny. Number out 2000, so silver press proof. Again, that might have been the silver as well. I'm not sure. No, the silver, they're not numbered. They say something like, let's see, I think some of these I thought said something like 1 of 1500 is what this says on the back. Yeah, 1 of 1500. So, and again, it's that little die cut. So I like these a lot. They're really cheap inserts comparatively to what, if they were really numbered, I think they'd be worth quite a bit more. But they're just kind of cool looking. Very cheap Griffeys. Here is, so this is out of, this is interesting. So this is 1 in 73. This is how I was marking them back in the day. So I'd mark them with the rarity right there, or the pack odds. 2000 Invincible. So kind of a cool cut above-esque type card from 2000 Invincible. 1 in 73 packs. There you go. The name of the insert, I'm trying to figure out what the name of the insert is. Incendiendo. There we go. Incendiendo. Ken Griffey Jr. Here is a Pinnacle Spellbound Griffey Y. Again, Dufex all the way. Cool. I haven't spelled the Griffey name yet. I don't have all the letters, so maybe that's my next mission, to get all my letters. Here is, I think, what year is this? Is this 97 Fleer? So 97 Fleer Bleacher Blaster. Cool die cut. You got stuff going on in the back. You can see through it. So Bleacher Blaster Griffey from 97 Fleer. Cool card. Motherlode, the year that Motherlode sucked. So, I mean, it's not a terrible looking card. It's just they weren't rare. I think they're like 1 in 12. So they kind of ruined the Motherlode. One year it's like uber rare. Next year, like, well, it's like 1 in 288 one year and 1 in 12 another year. So here is a cool card that I should probably get graded if it's good condition. It's the White Hot out of 95 Pinnacles. This is like a really nice. There's a Red Hot and a White Hot. The White Hots are much harder to get. I didn't mark on this one what the odds were, but you can see the back is actually kind of shiny and reflective. So that's a really cool card. That is definitely, I want to get graded because I love that card as a kid. That was like one of the first cool inserts I ever got a Griffey. Here's an RBI's leader. I think RBI leader. No, on base leader. What? Again, get that foil background. Almost defects like. Inside the numbers, Ken Griffey Jr. So Pinnacle Inside is one of those sets that people hated, but the inserts are pretty cool. And this card I thought was always cool. The die cut numbers on the Griffey. MLB Stars, All Stars from Top Stars, which Top Stars again has some pretty cool inserts. These were 1 per box. And you can see the die cuts right there. So again, I think Top Stars base sets probably one of the worst base sets ever made, but the inserts are really cool. Here is titanium out of Fluor Metal. So again, die cut. They're okay. They're not my favorite design. Here's some really when Donruss Elite got ugly or just basic. So here's some basic Donruss Elites. Again, this one is numbered to 2500, so they're not rare. I think Donruss Elites were the coolest insert ever, and then they didn't really keep up. This is 96 Donruss Elite, and then you've got this is 95 or 94, but it's out of 10,000. So, and again, this design is really boring. So they just kind of got out of step with what technology was happening. 98 Pacific. This is a card that I pulled one of these actually in one of the boxes I opened. It wasn't Griffey, but this is a cool card. It's like a hitting cage card with cool die cuts back here. You can see through it. So I've always liked that card. That might be a card to get graded one of these days. And here are some other cool cards. So out of Skybox Premium, you've got it's a show. Yeah, I'm trying to think what's the name of this insert set. It is Show Business, and this is like, I think just a nicely designed card. A lot of foil and gold, and I like the green color. So I believe these were pretty rare to get. I think they were one for a couple boxes. Here is another 97 Fleer Encore. Is another Tiffany, so that's the second one. This is a subset. Some more weird Pacific cards. Here's Revolution, or sorry, Pacific Paramount 2000, Builder's Choice, and then you got the glove in the background. You can kind of see how it's inset, like the wick of a glove. So still Mariner in this card, so it's a pretty cool card. Here is I think this is again another Pacific card. And Pacific was big into die cuts as a Revolution. It doesn't really say what the insert is. I'm trying to think what it, which is weird. Most of the time it says what thorn in the side. There we go. All right. And then it's just kind of like sharp angle cut. They kind of run out of ideas. I think some point they're like, we got to have it. The spikiness has got to be worked into the name of the card. They're not numbered. They're just like, cool die cuts. Again, multiple cool die cut cards again from Pacific. This is from Crown Collection. So you can see, it's a nicely designed card. And again, die cuts. This is 1 in 37 from 97 Pacific. It's bilingual, which is cool. And it is, I mean, I'm trying to find the name of the insert set. So it doesn't really say it here, but I don't know. It's a little over one per box. There you go. It's a die cut cool set. And then here is a cool one from SBX. This is Bound for Glory, numbered out of 1500. And I think these were really nice looking holograms. And yeah, let me see if I can get the hologram to really shine. There we go. There it is. And again, they're numbered on the back. Upper Deck's numbering was so much cooler. Like, the thing I hated about Pacific's numbering was that they were basically just like printed like by just a regular printer. And here are some, well, what kind of, these are the kind of cards that are a little bit less, or I just haven't really thought about them too much. This Ovation card is gold, and it is numbered out of 500. You can kind of see that right there. So this card probably should be a little bit higher ranked in my list of cards, but it's just, it just doesn't look any different than the regular base card. It's got a little bit gold in that background of that baseball behind him, and that's it. So it's just not very special. But there's a lot of insert cards like that in the 90s. So I guess Epics, Platinum, Donna's Preferred Platinum. So this is the base Platinum. These are not numbered. Here is Crunch Time out of Ultra. Here's the RBI Kings. Again, they did these acetate cards a lot in this Ultra sets. Yeah, Complete Players out of Score. So these actually look pretty nice, for kind of a basic insert set. Another Star Quest. So like the Star Quest, I don't have any of the golds. Here is a green, pretty cool. See the $5 on it that I paid. Here's the blue, pretty cool. Another Epics, orange. Pinnacle. This is like 98 Pinnacle, Team Pinnacle. So again, one side of the card is foily, and the other side is plain. I don't know why you can't make both sides foily. Here is Certified, and 2 of the base red, so just regular red. Here's another red. Encore, Homer. So Homer Odyssey from Upper Deck Encore. So it's kind of a plain looking card. Here's a Shades out of Pinnacle. These are cool cards. I remember. Mega Heroes out of Steeding Club. So yeah, every set kind of did these hero cards. This was kind of, I don't think very, very effective. Like just some strong dude in the back. He looks like Namor, but again, I don't know. That's not as cool. Hobby Masters. So these are, I always thought these are cool foily cards. Just really cool foil. Stargazing out of Score. I pulled one of these out of a pack in one of my videos, so check that out. Technicians out of Topps Tech. These are actually pretty tough. I think they're like 1 or 2 per box, so pretty cool. Again, Stadium Club. These finest winners cards. Again, here is the Griffey, and there's another Griffey. The winners for this set had that glass, almost like epoxy coating. Really cool cards. 2001 Topps Gold. Those are numbered. Focus Pocus out of Flair. These are actually nice inserts, and you won't really see a lot of people talk about them, but these are really nice. Flair Focus had some cool inserts back in the day. All right. Look at that thing. High Interest. It's pretty well. This card, Diamond Dominators. This is like a pretty tough card. I think this is like 1 in 240. Just since it's just kind of plain looking, no one cares. Far and Away. That's out of Pinnacle Express. Yeah, so I think this is the set that had the pins. Yeah, so again, I don't know exactly the rarity on that one, but interesting. Here's the $98 preferred. So again, this is the same thing as we had before, which was the Platinum, and this is like, they call them Grandstand, or they had a different name for the sets in this one, or Executive Suite. There you go. So instead of going colors or diamonds or whatever, this is Executive Suite. So that's the hardest to hit base Griffey in that set. Diamond Tribute, again, this is like a 1 in 140 or 280, like a pretty tough. I think this is the toughest to get insert out of Fleer Tradition that year. I think 98 or 99. 98. So this is the hardest to hit card in the whole product, and no one really cares too much about it. But I think it's a cool card. Here we go. 15. Another Heritage Chrome. Just like the 55 we showed earlier. This is the 59 version. Numbered out of 559. Night and Day. Again, another tough insert out of Fleer 97. I think this is, again, 1 in 140. Really tough. Stadium Club Triumvirate. Just a base one. Not the Illuminator. So that's what the base ones look like. Invincible. I don't know what this insert set is. It's just like a kind of a base looking insert. Boys in the Wood for metal. Again, not a rare insert by any means, but it's kind of cool. And I think these were meant to be folded if you look at the back. So I'm not sure how these were meant to do, but that back is really bizarre. Fortune 15 base card. Again, this is what I was talking about. Like, you know, Topps Chrome has this as a base card and then a refractor, which was really sought after. Here's a Nintendo, Super Nintendo card. Let me find out what year this is from. I've seen, this is from 94. So I'm not sure if there's an earlier version of a Nintendo Griffey card, but this is 94. More Spellbound, so from Pinnacle. So here is the R, here is the O, here is the J, here is another Executive Suite, here's another black refractor. So I've seen those cards before. Here's a base out of EX 2000. I think that is the best looking, one of the best looking base cards that Griffey ever had. That set with the credential, credentials and essential credentials is amazing. Here's a batting glove card. Slugger's Choice. Ooh, SPX. Very, very cool holograms. This is Crown Contenders out of Select. I think the cards are really nice, but not worth anything. But Select had some cool inserts back in the day. Just not really worth the time. All right, Cloud9, here's some base cards. We'll flip through those pretty fast. So again, none of these, like here's a die cut out of the Stadium Club, I think. Yeah. So heavy metal. So these are kind of, you know, more base cards in the clutch. So, but this is a good, cool card. I mean, this Awesome Powers card, I think, is one of the nicest looking cards. Even though it's not really rare, it's still 1 per box, like 1 in 23. So I think eventually this card will get graded, because I think if it got a 10, it would be worth something. You know, like, you know, maybe a couple $100. Here's a long ball leader. I pulled this out of a pack. It's numbered out of 5,000, but I pulled this out of a pack of Donners. It's on one of my channel breaks. Milestone. These milestones are the refractors, I believe, are all 1 per box. So if you get one of these, Cloud9's the same way. They're like 1 in 72. Sorry, like that. Another Bound for Glory, SPX. Here's like the Crown, the die cut from Pacific. So not from the full set. Here's what I have in my Hardball Galaxy. I have the PMG of this card. So if you see my channel, Naturals, that's the PMG I own. Go to Memory. So again, these are some easier ones. Here's another silver press proof. Spirit of the Game. So again, going through these, I haven't gone through these in forever. Here's another Pinnacle Express card, Peak Performers. And again, that's just really weird. I've never opened it. That's a set I need to open, the Express. Out of Skybox Thunder. Weird set. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but I've seen it before. It's like, yeah, just not one I'm really interested in. Here's a parallel. I believe like out of, again, Pacific Crown Collection. I think that this is like a color parallel. Maybe not. I mean, they had so many parallels and weird stuff going on in Pacific. It was hard to keep up. It's one of the reasons I don't think Pacific ever did great, was because their sets were so confusing a lot of times. Here we go. So that Turbo Charge card, I think it's worth a little bit. Kind of hard to get. It's out of Skybox Thunder. Stop on cards I think are cool. Season's Crown card, kind of cool. The Ultra. Oop. Here is a Topps Gallery card. That's a pretty cool card. I know it's a red, but still, I think that's 2000, 2001. Paid $10 for it back in the day. Magnetic Fields, got 2 of those, and these are out of Fleur Metal. I think those are all both pretty cool cards. Hats Off, look at that card. That's a pretty cool card. 1 in 72 packs. That's pretty cool. 2 Thunderclaps. Look at that. Let's see if either one of them's got the odds on them. Again, those are embossed as well. So they're embossed and they got cool stuff going on with them. Let's see. Gold medallion. I have this as a platinum as well. Let's see. Anything else? Again, the naturals again. I like that set. Here is, trying to think, is this from Encore? Yeah, I like that set a lot. The die cut numbered version of that card is super cool. Trying to look to see if I have anything else that's really cool here. Because again, it's a lot of base cards. I mean, or a lot of just, yeah, that's a cool card. The they call it Greatest Hits. I always like that die cut CD card. And here's a fake card I bought. I thought it was a real thing, and this is a reprint or just a remade card from later years. A weird Topps Gallery card. Topps Gallery didn't have great inserts a lot of times, outside of I think the Heroes. They had Peter Max, so they had a few cool ones. But for as much as this product cost, I felt like it had some better inserts. We saw the refractor version of that card. Yeah, so we're getting into some more base cards. So yeah, so this is kind of like, there's the franchise. The Cycle, that's a pretty cool card. I love the Cycle card when I was a kid. That was like, I mean, the Cycles were, I think, supposedly like 1 every 3 boxes. So they weren't like easy hit. EX, defense, nice Night Bowman's Best. Same kind, another one of those. Gold. So yeah, so you can see an SP authentic. So you can kind of see that, you know, this box runs the gamut of super, super rare stuff all the way to just base cards. So there it is. That's sort of my undocumented Griffeys that I've thrown in a box and kind of picked through them to get cards graded. And I've never really documented them fully. I mean, it's just a lot of cards that probably are worth eventually getting graded. Some of them are definitely just base cards. But again, you know, number cards, cool cards. It's just, you know, a lot of cards I've collected over the years, you know, that I really, really like, honestly. But, you know, you kind of start grading with the most expensive and kind of go from there. So that is all my kind of raw Griffeys that I'm still looking to sort and get graded. Once I finish grading, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to then organize everything in some manner. The problem with Griffey is that you got such a value disparity that I've had a hard time doing it like just in order by year, because I don't want to put a card like my 98 PMG, you know, from Metal Universe in my 98 set and then be like, you know, and then I guess you say, well, if you do that way, you'll know where everything is. But, you know, I kind of like pulling out all my cool cards and put them like on display or all kind of in one box so that I can just go there and say, oh, my really cool cards are here. I don't have to go year by year trying to find them all. So, you know, I'm trying to debate it, because if you go year by year, at least you know how to organize. If you go by value or some other rarity measure, then it's like you got to have like a matrix to figure out where everything's at. So I may just have to go to the simplistic model, but I'm hoping that eventually I come up with a plan that allows me to both have it organized in a way that makes sense, and also all the cool cards I like can be somewhere where they're easy to find. So that's my goal. If anyone has any suggestions on how to do it, let me know, because this is always my collecting quandary: is how do I organize these cards in a way that makes it where I can find them, but I can document, you know, what I have. because eventually I may want to finish some sets, or at least know what I need. So when I go to auctions and know what to bid on, so I don't keep getting doubles. That you saw in here, I do have some doubles. I think I've done a pretty good job staying away from them, but it's hard not to when you just buy a bunch of Griffey cards and then find out, oh, I've got the third copy of that. Okay, I don't buy that card anymore. That's it. That's my rambling on my Griffey collection. I love showing them off. This is sort of my last unorganized video. The next video I will show on my collection will be sort of like a true, like, this is what I have, this is what I'm missing update, and this is what I got this year, and that'll be on my refractor collection, which is the most advanced of my Griffey collection so far. So that's it, guys. I'll see you next time on Cards and Comics. Bye.
Just take the steps. The message spoken